Hi, it's Mike with AskExtractorMike.com. This is CR. CR is my cousin by marriage, married to my cousin. And we did a video, it's been almost 10 years. We were doing videos about you shopping for a tractor. And CR has owned a tractor and got to learn how to use it and everything, but now he's getting rid of his tractor. You called me here a couple of weeks ago or whenever and said, I'm going to get out of the tractor business. I want to sell everything. And I think you asked me, where do I sell it? And I said, well, I don't buy and sell stuff a lot online, but it used to be Craigslist. And now everybody's kind of gone, I've heard, to Facebook Marketplace, at least in our area. So I said, go to Facebook Marketplace. But I'm also aware that there's some scams going on that you really got to watch out for. And CR was real close to getting hooked into what we think was a scam. And I wanted to do this video to talk about if you're selling your equipment on Facebook Marketplace or anything on Facebook Marketplace, when you list a piece of equipment or anything, and somebody contacts you, they reach out. If they're not asking a lot of questions about it and usually trying to dicker on the price a little bit, trying to negotiate on the price, that's a red flag. And the second thing I will tell you is if they've reached out to you, look at their profile on Facebook. That's one advantage of Facebook over Craigslist is you can look at their profile. And if they don't have a lot of posts or don't have a lot of friends, I think all of those are scams. And the reason I know a little bit about it is we sold the horse trailer, and that's where I got to kind of know. I'd have people reach out almost the instant I posted it, and I would look at their profile, and they didn't have any friends or they hadn't put any pictures up. It's possible it's not a scam, but I think most times it is. But CR, I want you to tell us what you put on Facebook and what happened after that, and we'll talk about how to watch out for this.
Okay. I was looking to sell a rear blade, and you had mentioned that I should put it on Facebook Marketplace, which is what I did. Probably within 24 hours, I had a message that somebody was interested, but they weren't or didn't have an account on Facebook, but they gave me their telephone number and wanted me to call them or text them with the information, which I did. And then immediately, pretty much as soon as I texted that phone number, I received a reply back, and they were interested, and they were willing to pay the full price.
And right there, that's the first red flag. Especially if you're selling equipment, if they don't try to negotiate a little bit on price, it could happen. They'll pay full price, but 9 times out of 10, they want a little better deal. So go ahead.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Although I was like, great, this is going to be easy. We messaged back and forth a couple of more times, and then I mentioned either cash or Venmo as a form of payment, and they immediately wanted to do Venmo and wanted my QR code as well as my name.
To those of us, and I've never used Venmo, my family does. What's a QR code?
If you're with the person, you scan it from one phone to the next, and then that's how it knows what account or who you're paying. But you can send that QR code in a text, and then that person can use that in their Venmo and send you money.
And at that point, you're not in danger at all that they have your QR code.
No, because it's easily discoverable by anybody that is searching your name. So that wasn't a red flag to me at that point. And I was just excited that I thought I was going to sell it pretty quickly for full price. So, but then when they wanted to immediately send me the money and then for me to mark it as sold, and when they had supposedly attempted to send me the money, I didn't have a business account. Apparently mine's a personal account. And they had a telephone number that I needed to call to coordinate this sale and the transfer of the money. When I began to question it, I did look at their Facebook profile, and there were some red flags when I looked at that. They had very few friends, and all of their friends were um, what I would classify as probably foreign people, foreign names.
Okay.
It wasn't John Smith, and
Yeah.
so they were names that I didn't recognize readily. And
Okay.
so that was to me a bit of a red flag.
Right.
They sent me this text, or supposedly it came from Venmo, but I now know it wasn't from Venmo. And it had a telephone number for me to call. And they said they had called and were on the line, and they needed me to call that number at the same time, and in order to again get it figured out. And then that's when I really began to question it, and they became a little more aggressive as well. There was fortunately some red flags that I did finally see before I called that telephone number, and at that point, that would have been a bad situation.
And I think anytime somebody's trying to put time pressure on you, that's one of the oldest negotiation tricks in the book. I'm on the phone with them. Here's the number. You need to call them. So we're both on the phone and we want to get this done now. I need to pick this up, blah, blah, blah. That's anytime somebody's putting time pressure on you, that you got to get the transaction done. Tread carefully.
Yeah.
Now go ahead.
So once I began to question it, I used ChatGPT and told them what had happened and the circumstances surrounding this. And ChatGPT instantly advised me that it was a scam and that it was a common situation that occurred on Facebook Marketplace. And I filled them in with what I had given them and what had occurred. And they indicated that I probably was safe, but that I should watch my accounts for the next couple of days just to make sure.
That's the greatest piece of advice you can glean from this. One thing about AI is scanning the universe. And if somebody else has been scammed in the same way and has written anywhere about it, it's going to pick that up. And if you're not using either ChatGPT or one of the others, I highly recommend that. And I've started doing that as well. I get a lot of emails regarding my YouTube channel, either wanting to be a sponsor or wanting me to handle a product. And I've learned, and I use Claude, but I think all of them will do this. If you just copy what you got there and put it in and just ask it, is this a scam? And of course, you're on the free plan of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'm paying $20 a month because I use it to work on my website too. But the free plan will keep you out of trouble. And I had two emails that I was trying to determine whether they were legit or not. And the first one told me that's a scam. Don't reach out to them. Just ignore it. And the second one said that's legit. That is, and if you want to do business with them, you can reach out. So I think that is a very, very good thing you did with GPT and ask it. And what it told you pretty much.
Yeah, immediately it said it was a scam, and it gave me some peace of mind because it was after 10 o'clock at night, which also seemed a little odd to be talking about this, but I was immediately concerned that somehow my bank account or my Venmo account could be compromised in some way, and they or ChatGPT indicated that probably it wasn't the case.
Now you're still trying to sell the blade, and you think you've got a buyer now?
Possibly, yeah. So they've reached out, and they did try to negotiate, and they did indicate to me where they were coming from. So hopefully that'll come through.
And again, I don't want to scare anybody about using Facebook Marketplace as a place to sell your stuff, but there are scams actively there. So I just wanted to post this little video, cover two things. First off, if you're thinking about selling any piece of equipment or anything, Facebook Marketplace, I don't want to scare you away from it, but I also want you to know to check these things out. check out their profile, check out how they're acting about buying it, because you almost got to put yourself in the place of the buyer. And if you're wanting to buy something, you're going to ask some questions about it because they don't know you from Adam if they're legit. And so they're going to be asking, what kind of shape is it in? What, how wide is it? A lot of things that have category 1 or category 2 pins on it. If they're asking those questions, I almost guarantee you they're legitimate. But if they're not asking anything and they don't try to negotiate, boy, look out. And if you're real concerned about it, get a Chat GPT or a Claude or a Grok or a Gemini account and just ask that, and they'll tell you.
Yep. Sure. It saved me, I do believe.
So I'm glad it saved you, and I think you would have stopped at that point on your own, but sure gives you peace of mind to know for sure.
Yep, definitely.
Well, I appreciate you watching my videos. I'd be honored if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you can do by clicking the mic face icon, and make sure you check the bell so you get notified when I post future videos. Here's a link to my website and the Tractor Fun Store with cool things for sale for the tractor owner and not a scam that will help you save money and be more productive. And here's another couple of videos you might want to watch. Thanks for watching.